Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
I have it on good authority that next weekend, both birthday girls, me and the other birthday girl, will be with us. But for this weekend, I think it's just us, which is fine. I understand having to work. Hi, Carrie.
Hello.
So, I am interviewing on my birthday next weekend, Miss Carrie, for our interview for our podcast.
Nice.
Excited about that. I interviewed Travis of Art from Twitch yesterday. So I've got enough ahead that when I move, I'll be okay. I won't miss any streaming or any interviews for the podcast. So that's exciting. But so what have you been up to since I took last weekend off?
Well, you took last weekend off, and then the weekend before that was Christmas, so there wasn't a stream then. And the week before that was the week my back went out.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while. That's why I'm asking. It's been a while.
4 weeks.
That's why I felt so weird to have to get home before 11. I was like, I woke up at 9:40 and I was like, oh shit, my alarm didn't go off. I'm gonna be late. So how was your Christmas and your New Year's?
Well, my family is planning on doing our Christmas get-together on Saturday of next week.
Okay.
So 6 days from now. We had, well, number one, my grandmother had to recover from her appendicitis, but number two, I think 3 of the 7 boys had COVID.
Ooh.
It's like, no, we're not.
Yeah, definitely not.
We're not having a family event with that. No.
No. I think it's funny you're having your Christmas on mine and Kat's birthday.
Is the 13th your birthday? Or
14th, next Saturday.
Oh, Saturday is the birthday and not. So Sunday you're just doing the stream.
Yeah, I'm just doing the normal stream on Sunday. I'm gonna probably label it birthday live stream, but like I've got a house to sign and deposits to do for my birthday, so like there's no way, and packing, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to stream on our actual birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So Kat has Sunday off, so we're just gonna stream on Sunday and let that be our birthday stream.
Cool. Then I should be able to be there.
Awesome. That's kind of cool though. Your Christmas on our birthday. That's cool. Yeah, so like I was telling you earlier, so everybody knows, I know we had this time off and I didn't stream last weekend. I fully planned on it. It had nothing to do with New Year's. I was not hungover. The boyfriend was working, so it was probably my first alcoholic free New Year's in a long time. And actually we actually celebrated Pacific New Year's because he got a call right before Central New Year's, or right before New York New Year's, and he didn't get back to like 30 minutes before Pacific New Year's. So since Washington is in my heart, we celebrated Pacific New Year's and watched the needle and all that, which would have been so amazing. It was pretty, but it would have been so amazing if the entire country didn't have any wind. And so after like the first set of fireworks, all you seen was lights and smoke. Like dang, yeah, that didn't really work the way we planned it. But the drones was amazing. I hope they do that every year from now on. It was so cool. And they were far enough away that they weren't obscured by the smoke. And it was so pretty. So I'm kind of glad we did that because New York's great. And you have the ball and I think every time zone has its own version of the ball, but I lived there and I never got to actually go in the Space Needle. And then last year when they had COVID, they had, this one online you watched and it was all beautiful computerized things. And I still have pictures of that. But this year they did the domes and it was amazing. So we did get to celebrate New Year's, just not with New York. Everybody's blowing off fireworks. And I'm like, not yet, motherfuckers. Not yet. Not yet. Let me get my New Year's.
We got lucky in our neighborhood that we have very considerate neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
There were a total of 5 fireworks at midnight, and then they went to bed.
That's just sad. Like, I just probably, with COVID not having a lot of fireworks for people, I somehow slowly got over my PTSD of them. Like, the first few years after getting out of the military, I had to be in the basement. Like, as much as I love fireworks and I'm a pyro, like, I could not stand it. It just made me jumpy and jittery and, like, couldn't do it. But slowly over the years, and then the last 2 years not really having any, I've gotten okay. So I just, like, sat on the stairs while he was gone, talking to him and watching the fireworks and actually getting to enjoy it for the first time in, God, years. Yeah, Carrie, we had the neighbors in the neighborhood next to his, like, that the guy was shooting off an AR. I mean, it was just and fireworks were still going off when he got home, and we went to bed at 3. But it was fine, you know. It smelled like gunpowder, and it just lulled me to sleep. I loved it. We opened the windows and everything. It was great. But yeah, this is what I want to see. I don't like the ball. I want to see that. I want to see the drag queen get lowered. And then Maine has like a bobber. Maine or Delaware or something has like a bobber that they drop from a crane. And then, like, I saw that and I got really curious, and, like, I started Googling, like, what gets dropped at New Year's, you know, and what other than the ball do each states drop and things like that. Maine had a lobster.
One thing that they could do, I don't know if anyone does this, but it would have to be done in the southern hemisphere where it's summer on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Where they drop something like into the ocean, something like really heavy to like splash on the people watching.
I thought about, you know, like, I watched Deadliest Catch, and at the end of every season, the Northwestern has a flaming hook that they throw for the last pot, and it's a Norwegian thing to help celebrate, you know, and give bounty for the next season. And I thought about that'd be really cool to have something as big as the New York Ball, but have it like the lights or the flares or whatever, and just have it like go into water and hear the sizzle and stuff because it's so big. That would be really cool. But that's just the pyro in me. Have it spinning, you know, in circles like it's about to just spin off. I want to go to Florida, go to Key West for Bartenders Weekend, which is in April. Eventually I'll get there. But you go off onto the sand dunes and in the middle of the ocean, sandbars, whatever, and just stand there and drink on the sandbars. And you can't swim back, like it's that far away, but you're just like surrounded by boats, and you just boat hop and get alcohol from them and stuff like that. But yeah, that's on my bucket list for Florida. Hi, Megan. But yeah, so we signed the paperwork. We'll get the house February 1st. I'll clean it, and then we'll move in that weekend. So for sure, February 4th. So it'll be February 5th, that Sunday. There will be no stream, and probably no Twitch stream that Wednesday before or after, because the boyfriend will be moving here and helping me pack and all that, so we can save a little bit of money. So that's definitely gonna happen, but I should be able to stream on Sundays until then. The Sunday after, we'll just kind of have to play by ear as to what's set up and everything, because I'll make sure this is the last thing that gets moved, just so it's like all together and easier to set up and things like that. So, but I'm gonna try to work on my cookie between now and then and have it done. That's the goal. We're a little slow at work, so I'm not gonna lie. I have um, been working on it at work too. But the last 3 days I've had a migraine because of the storm that rolled in last night. Finally, thank God. Jesus Christ. Took long enough. Uh, so I haven't done anything but pack in the last 3 days. I'm like, that doesn't take any mental capability to pack. So, other than the Tetris, which I'm good at. But Megan says, I'm working on catching up on my description writing practice. I haven't done it at all this year. You're only 8 days in. It's like I could say I haven't bought a book this year yet. It's been a whole year and I ain't bought a book. And technically, I'm getting one on the 10th, but like I didn't buy it, so I haven't bought a book. I'm buying. I'm getting for my birthday the Prince Harry's book Spare. Just because I want to read like how everything went with his mom and how he was feeling and stuff like that. Yeah. Carrie's got a question for you.
Yep, I'm going to reply to her in Discord.
All right. Because my boyfriend is good at Tetris. I'm not. I typically leave it for him for that reason. Yeah, when we pack, when we move, U-Hauls, trucks, whatever. If it's other than of course furniture, like mom's like, yeah, you're in charge. We're putting stuff in boxes, and she's like, that's not gonna fit. I was like, yeah, well, I just gotta rearrange some stuff. It's not gonna fit. Yes, it will. Trust me, it'll fit. That's why I'm the queen of this. Hi, CB. You're good. You're good, love. All right. So yeah, I think that's the only time that I should not be streaming. Like I said, since it's mine and Kat's birthday next weekend, I'll definitely be streaming Sunday. Probably not streaming on Twitch on Wednesdays for all of January because, and I don't know why I didn't remember this from last year, but December, my daughter's games are Tuesdays and Fridays, which is fine. February or January's, they're Wednesdays and Saturdays, which totally fucks up my entire schedule for the month. And then February, they go back, the remaining ones go back to Tuesdays and Fridays, the last 4. So, which is good because if we're going to be moving stuff on the 4th, that Saturday, like, I don't need to be picking her up from a game and shit. Like, I just don't. I just don't. Her games are usually over on Fridays long enough for, like, I have 30 minutes to an hour maybe after work, and I'll just, like, go get the mail and run errands and stuff before I go pick her up. So, like, we can just, me and the boyfriend can go shopping at Walmart and get groceries and stuff, and then go get her, and then go home to take it all to the new house and stuff, and start packing. So I'm not really worried about it. Mozzarella sticks. That does sound good. I've only had breakfast so far, but mozzarella sticks sound good. All right. So to start our bomb timers off, I got the burger. The burger. The burger. Not the burglar burger. The burger. All right. Let me get this stuff out of the way so I can actually get to it. Wow, you can tell on your quick access how long it's been since you wrote when it's not in the top 25. That is horrible. All right, we'll get this started in 3, 2, 1, go! Splat! Boom! It is the first. By the way, I forgot to warn everybody. It is the first. So whoever comes up with the first splat, boom, bang. The competition has started. Couldn't find the button. The competition has started for this year. So if you want the big grand prize at the end, first, second, and third place, I'm now keeping tallies, keeping score.
We've got Carrie, then Megan, then CB.
It is a thing. It is started. I know the regulars know, but I see a new face here. Pageant Farmer. Hello. So that is happening. So, how did everybody do? What did you do? How did you do it?
I finished watching the video that I was watching previous to coming on here, which was
I ended up having to do that because I opened my Word document and then the timer froze. It's gonna be one of them weekends. I can't wait to get better internet in the new house. Oh, this is gonna be frustrating.
One of them there weekends.
I didn't tell you to go. Yeah. Alright. So because I was watching a video, I did not read any of this. I am sorry. Y'all had a whole convo going on.
Yes, they did.
That's okay.
Make sure you cut and paste what you said in that convo into your document so that you can count your words. Because those words count.
Technically, yes, they do. That is true.
And those were a lot of words. So count them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. See, like, that's why I pack the truck, because I'm the Tetris queen. Nobody apparently, even the boyfriend, don't know how to pack. But he don't have a lot of shit. He can put all his shit in the back of the truck. So it'll be easy. But
I'm really good at the Tetris stuff. But back in my old job, I got told to, or back when I was working in pharmacy, I was told, stop Tetrising the med drawers because the nurses take stuff out and they don't know how to put it back in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only disadvantage I think he's going to have, is that, like, we are used to doing stuff like that and making it fit and making it work. Because I grew up, like, as one of those couponing parents where we had so much shit you had to learn to Tetris. And I was the one that always had to put it up. And my mom had a thing about things being on the counter. It's like, well, quit buying so much shit that it can't go anywhere else. So he's gonna be like, how the hell do I get this out? Okay, how do I put it back? Yeah, I'm just kind of going through what was being read. Pageant, I don't know if Carrie's going to do her own audio, but I have talked to Travis. I'm going to possibly, once we get everything set up in the new house, I'm going to turn the office closet into my own little studio. So for book 2, since it's in Sada's point of view, I'm actually, for Unknown Family, I'm going to do the audio on that, since me and Meadow can't ever figure out timing. So I'm going to learn how to do that. And probably this coming weekend, since the boyfriend has to work, I'm going to get on Substack and figure out how to do that. So when I get the cookie done, I can put it on there. Since I can't ever get a hold of our friend Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie got real busy.
Charlie got real busy real fast. And I can't ever find time that I'm not busy, that they're not busy. So just seems like that's the way this year's going so far. But yeah, everybody keeps talking about Substack. I've still got it written down that I need to work on it. So, but yeah, so.
It's like, damn, I'm happy for you that you got like all this new stuff, this exciting stuff to do in your life, but I miss you.
I know, right? I miss my buddies. Yeah, it's like Charlie got busy. with church and all their extra stuff, and then I'm sure working with the restaurant, and then Kat got a job, and then now I'm moving, and like with all the New Year stuff, and then you got your back hurt, and it's like Jesus, like I haven't talked to anybody in so long.
I got bad news for you. I'm job hunting. And I don't know what I'm going to be able to get. So who knows what my schedule is going to be like.
You can't do this to me, Jay. Not right. No, not allowed.
This is like graduating high school all over again when you lose track of everyone because everyone had to adult.
See, I wouldn't know because I moved around so much. I didn't have friends in high school that were. I had friends, but like none that were like lifelong. Oh my god, we'll be together forever. Um, and then I went to basic the day of graduation, so like I didn't even tell anybody bye. I was just like, "I'll be gone." So, I'm catching up. So sorry, I'm just now saying it. Hi, Shannon. Hello, hello, Halito. I had to write everything down. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going. I do know so far the lineup for the podcast. It is the Afterthought podcast. It will be on YouTube. The links for the audio will be in the descriptions. I've kind of narrowed it down. The podcast will go live the second Friday of every month. It's starting with Marla Holt. I've had her podcast set up for damn near a year now and done, and just life happened. So I got to email her, let her know it's coming out. So next Friday will be the first episode of season 2 of the Afterthought podcast. And then February will be Jason Furman, and then March will be Travis Bart, and then we've got Carrie, which will be April. So yeah, I'm excited. I've got a lineup. I've got everything ahead for once to accommodate my moving because I didn't know when that was going to happen and how long that was going to take to get set up. So the first quarter is done almost. As of next weekend, we'll be done. I just gotta edit them all. So, if you want to like see Marla's work, she's got the other lane and a whole bunch of books, and I've read them all, and they're amazing. So, I hope you will enjoy listening to that. So I was kind of working on that since it wouldn't let me write. But I will post a link on the Facebook Author Tubers to the YouTube, and then if you listen to it via audio, you can do that. Yeah. So, yeah, Carrie, I'll let you know the exact date, but it's the whatever the second Friday is when I'm posting them. It seems to work better in my monthly life of what's happening. So that way I can edit a podcast like a month to a week ahead and do all the marketing for it and make sure your books get marketed well ahead of time, and I have the whole month to market the stuff. So I'm super excited. I'm learning how to teach myself how to make Instagram pictures and things, and I'm even gonna figure out how to do some clips and stuff and put it on TikTok to help get my interviewees some exposure to their books. So seems like book TikTok is like going crazy all of a sudden, and I'm not going to be at the end of learning something this time. I guess I'll be in the middle this time, but yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't think I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned this to you because it's been 4 weeks, but I am in the process of learning to code.
Really?
Yes.
That's on my to-do list for this year. I really want to get back into coding. It's changed so much in fucking 15 years.
I'm learning Python right now.
Okay. Cool.
Because I said that is the easiest to onboard with.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And then once you get that, other ones will be easier to learn.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Carrie, anything you got to send? Not to be rude. The less I have to do, I'm sure you have better images than I would get online. So, um, anything you got to send me ahead of time would be great. But yeah, so like I'm trying to. That's the goal for this year is to be ahead. Like my planner that I made with Agendio this year, instead of putting my name, I put "Make this your year," and that way every time I see it, that's my motto.
Yeah, be careful how you word that, because the energy you put out into the universe. Because if your goal is to be ahead, then you'll get decapitated.
I said I'm trying to get ahead, not ahead. I mean, if I can get a lot of skull heads, that'd be great. That would make my house even prettier.
Yeah, I'll simplify it and just say I'm trying to get head.
You know, that never hurts either. Oh, God. Here we go. For the newbies.
You missed me.
I did. For the newbies, we are not all PG here. So, depends on who's here as to how naughty it gets. Or what mood I'm in, quite honestly, or you're in. I'm going for. Mom asked me what kind of like my theme for this house was, because in like my first trailer, it was all nature and spring and greens and blues. Because my daughter was young, so I wanted it vibrant and happy. And then we got into Evans, and it was kind of like a stormy grays and things like that. A lot like this, but this is more of a bluish gray. But this was like a stormy gray. And so she's like, "So what theme are you going with this house?" And I was like, "Well, remember how the old house looked?" She goes, "Yeah, it was your Stormy, Edgar Allan Poe." I was like, "Okay, imagine Stormy, Edgar Allan Poe in the country." Like, I want that rustic look in like the kitchen and living room, but I still want to have a few skulls placed everywhere, like like I still want my buddies around, Gotta have my buddies.
So, like Cottage Witch.
Yeah, but like he's more country rustic, so I'm breaking shit. Eat, drink, and fall the fuck down. Not be scared. Stay, bitch. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of thinking like that, but he's more country, so I just kind of called it that rustic look.
Yeah, Lovecraft country.
Yeah. Edgar Allan Poe goes country. So yeah, and then like we can't paint the walls for a little while, so it'll be like this ugly ass brown 1990s wallpaper till I can like get to know the landlord and be like, "Hey, how about I make your house where you can ask more for it after we're out?" I can help you make your house better. It's pretty on the inside. It is on the outside. Just let me do it. Yeah. So I actually plan on every writing day wise for this year includes breaks and giving each task and goal extra days. And in this way, if I follow the schedule, I could potentially always be a little bit ahead. I can only plan so far because my daughter has basketball literally year round. When she's not on the basketball team at school, she has leagues. Then she has summer where she goes and practices with 2 college coaches to help her out and everything like that. And then she's in all honors classes, so she's always busy with homework and stuff like that. So it's crazy. And then she also makes the native jewelry like I do on top of me writing. So that's my life so far. Living with a guy again, I don't know how my schedule's going to go. So I have it planned up until February 4th and us moving in. Past that, I'm just like, okay, we'll live together the first month and see what the new schedule's going to be, because I can't like be in my room 24/7 or my office. Gotta spend time with him. So I don't know. I have no clue for the rest of the year. It could all fall apart. But hey, the podcast will be done. One thing will be done. But yeah, I mean, suffering with memory problems and physical problems and in my heart and all that, like it's hard for me to plan too far ahead. I'm going back to keeping a journal of writing what I'm doing, what I'm writing, editing, whatever, because last year I let that fall by the wayside and I was really upset because although I know I didn't write that much, I know I got nowhere near my 50K from the year before, but like I did a lot of editing last year. So I want to see how productive I am, even if it's just a paragraph. So yeah. I'm determined to give you my book number 3 to edit this year. And possibly 4, Jayce. I got the book and it's almost edited my first rounds of edit. But I got to give you money. I got to get my income tax to give you money. I still ain't got the fucker yet. You know that problem I had back in June? Still fucking hanging around. Paul was a southerner. So I think it would fit. I just don't know how the rustic thing would really fit. Yeah. Spending time with significant other, like, yeah, like he just wants to come home and he wants to rest and that's fine. But I'm pretty sure part of that is spending time with me, and he would probably only get that while I was cooking. Because he would get home at 5. I wouldn't get home till 7. Cook till 7:30, 8, depending on what I'm cooking. Eat. Kira goes to bed. I usually work till like 10:30, and he's already asleep on the couch. So I don't know how this is gonna work. I haven't lived with a guy.
Does he have any hobbies that would coincide with working with no hobbies?
Not that coincide with anything I would do. His hobby is a barrel in the backyard and drinking with around it. You know, like I don't know. I mean, he's lived in a tiny home for a year and a half, so like he probably has them, but I only see him one day a freaking week. So his hobby is working his ass off. He doesn't know how to be still. So I don't know.
Because if he could get any sit down, quiet hobbies that he could do like during a stream, he could actually like stream with you.
True. Yeah, no, he comes from a poor ass background like I do. So like there's no video games, there's no computer stuff, there's no
But like a craft or something.
we'll find out, I guess. Whittle wood into stuff. I don't know.
That is the thing. And actually, that would be really interesting having him show off like what he's whittled. If he did that.
I mean, I know that's a hobby. I know that's the thing. But like I don't know, because like I said, he's lived in this tiny home and it had to be like clean. They can come in at any time and look at it and kick him out and stuff. So like I don't know. The joys of exploring a person you've been together with for a year but know almost nothing about their hobbies. Yeah, but this move will mean, with my birthday coming, that I have officially moved one more time again. Then I am old. Like right now it's even. When I turn 38, I will have moved now 39 times.
That's a lot of moving.
And I can't even blame it on being a military brat or being in the military myself, because we didn't move because of the military when I was growing up. We moved because we finished a house. We lived in it a year and we had 2 other rentals, and we sold those and sold this house and got a bigger house and then bought more rentals. So like all within the same town. We like let's single-handedly fix up the fucking town, I guess. And then when I moved in the military, it was more getting a divorce, helping my mom. I don't count each camper move as a move unless we move states, because we were still technically in the same house, same state, but otherwise it would be 3 more than I am old. But yeah, it's definitely crazy. Definitely teaches you not to be a pack rat.
Well, I don't need that lesson. I'm not a pack rat. I'm the opposite of a pack rat. I am a Spartan.
It's crazy. Like, he's like, I don't know if we're gonna need all this furniture. We're only gonna be there 2 years. I'm like, trust me. Like, Facebook Marketplace is a great place to get rid of shit. Like, we'll be fine. Or I can just give it back to mom when she's in, they're in another house or whatever. Because once we get out, they're talking already about downsizing. So who knows? Who the hell knows? Yeah. So like when people are like, I've been here all my life. I'm like, what is that like? What's it like to know people?
I've been here my whole life. I don't know people.
I don't know. I don't know how that feels. I mean, if you count like moving states, I've only moved. If you include moving back to states, I've moved 18 times. But like, I'm not including like house to house in the same city when I was a military brat. I'm just including like city to city or state to state. So 39. This move will be 39 times. It's crazy. All right. I know we're a few minutes early than the 12, but I was going to start a minute ago and my ass forgot. Because I kept talking, as I tend to do. All right. I really wish it was autumn. I really want to do this timer, but it's not autumn and it has no boom. Therefore, it does not belong on my Sunday stream. All right. For those of you who are new, that was just a splat one. We do booms. We do big booms at the very end. There's one that makes my heart sing with the air raid siren. So, yes, I'm neurodivergent. It really makes my brain go, whoo. So there are those. So, don't be surprised. In 3, 2, 1. Bada boom.
Kaboom, kaboom, shaboom, malay.
Oh, Megan got first this time.
So, what are the rules exactly? Like, is there like first and second place? Is there points?
So, so the first person, or I guess it goes in order 3, 2, 1 for first, second, third. Whoever gets the boom.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're all within the same minute, then you get an extra point for every time they're all in the same minute to add towards the end of the stream. So like CB, Megan, and Carrie, it's 3, 2, 1, and then they all get one extra point because they were all within the same minute.
Got it.
So you get the extra points for being first and second, and then you get the extra point for being all within the same minute. Because I know there's lags on the computer and things like that, but I can't control everything. So control everything. But because it's like y'all could all hit the button at the same time, and it just depends on how fast your processor is. Like Carrie's saying, literally barely got there. Like probably hit the button at the same time. Just depends on the processor.
I have my crystal ball set up in each one of their houses. So I'm magically seeing everyone hitting at the same time so I can see who's first.
Yeah. So because they're all within the same minute, I don't want to like be like, oh well, your processor's too slow. You're always second. So I give you a little bit of a boost. So
plus there is the option of saying boom at like 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm giving people ideas.
Well, I don't want people to say it too soon, because they already have it typed, and the second the boom starts going, then they're, but then, like, I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible, because, like, when I do the air raids, then when is the boom technically, like, is it when the siren goes off, or when the ground starts shaking, or when you actually start seeing the smoke? So it's just however it comes in first. So, yeah. And I did not think to ask this, but I am going to now. Do you guys want at the bottom of the screen, not the entire time, but like either at the beginning or the end of the stream, to know where you're sitting on your points, or do you want like a quarterly or half year update, or how would you like to know how you're progressing? I guess is what I want to know. Because I feel like eventually there will be other people than the three of you. Y'all are always consistent. I love it. But eventually the ticker might get a little long. But I'm okay with that. So I figured I'd ask. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get the next one ready while I'm taking that. So what'd you end up doing this stream? This sprint?
I was watching a video.
Gosh. So unproductive today.
No, I can't like get into something in a short sprint.
Yeah. Right now my head hurts and I've got these neighbors' dogs barking. I am not gonna miss that at all. So not gonna miss that. So I'm like, I can't focus because it's so pissing me off. Is this my radioactive? I think. What's more? Yep, that's my radioactive.
So I know a job that you definitely could not have. Back when I was working in the pet store, we had a pet hotel, which had a dog daycare in it.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who worked in the doggy daycare, I mean, the dogs like to talk to each other a lot.
This is the thing, because of how my neurodivergence works. Like, one dog barking, I fucking hate, or two dogs barking, I fucking hate. But
But
like,
funny.
walk in the yeah, but I can walk in a kennel and there's so many of them barking, they just kind of like become a white noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm perfectly okay with that, unless there's like a chihuahua in there and it's yipping so freaking high pitch I want to kill it. Then there's a difference. But like, I will walk in like the SPCA or a kennel or something like that and be like, "Oh, look at the dogs!" And like, the barking does not bother me at all. But these two dogs beside me on this side of the wall and choke them. They never shut up. Yeah. Maybe do it quarterly. Okay. The prize is a lot of bookish things that I am slowly requesting from authors that I do interviews for and that I get in touch with on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. And it's just going to be one little bookish just bonanza. I'm trying to keep it under 20 pounds because depending on where I send it, it could be costly. Might be easier to drive it to you. I'll fly with the basket myself, or no, but I'm trying to keep it under 20 pounds so that it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. Um, I'm trying to do it as, for lack of a better word with my head, as cheap as possible for the quantity and quality of the stuff I want to give you. And depending on if it has to, go a long ways or not, there may or may not be bookish food and stuff like that in it too. I don't know. I'm kind of going with the idea of like my Nocturnal Readers Club boxes I got, and like the bookish boxes where they come with a little bit of everything. So kind of that, yeah. So if once we get down to the probably halfway mark of the year, I will ask the top 3 so far, what genre they prefer, and so I can maybe get things specifically to them that way. That's going to be stuff they like. But right now I'm just asking for like just general stuff from people and things that I think would be cute in a box and bookish related and things like that. So yeah, kind of, where I'm going. So it is 25. This is my nuke bum, my siren bum.
The way he said it, it sounded like almost like mukbang. It's like, oh, you're gonna eat during the sprint.
Well, I went downstairs during the last sprint to get coffee, and I came up with a BLT. So I still didn't get my coffee. So that's what I'll go be getting now. Yeah. All right, but yeah, that's the price, and I can do it. I can do it quarterly. I might just do like a quick one every 2 months, 3 months. I don't know, because there's only like 3 to 4 sprints a stream to add to a month. So yeah. All right, I'll shut up now. We'll get this one started in 3, 2, 1, go. And for the record, as soon as it starts woo with the siren, you can hit the booms. So Mushroom cloud. Ooh, see if you stuck in there first this time. I wish that would wait a little bit longer to pop up. All right. So CB managed to sneak in first this time, followed by Carrie. I didn't see Megan talk in a while. Did we lose her? I don't know. All right. What did we get done?
The video I was watching. I got that done.
I got coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. It's like when I have a headache, I never know, depending on the type of migraine, what I need. Like, whether I need 8D music, panning music, stemming music, overlay music, whether I need chocolate, coffee, nicotine, caffeine, or chocolate.
For me, most of the time, it's just turn all audio down and all lights off.
Sometimes that's all I need, but most of the time I'm at work and I can't do that. So.
And Excedrin migraine.
I had somebody try to tell me yesterday that Excedrin migraine is no different than regular Tylenol or regular Excedrin. I was like, have you looked at the back of the bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure they're different.
Yeah. All you have to do is look at the active ingredients.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they share the same active ingredients, but, like, they're a lot different in amounts to those ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no. And then, like, I am lucky. A friend of ours works at the bottling and boxing plant for Excedrin, and so when they screw up on colors for the labeling or something like that, they'll sell them to the people at work for like really cheap that work there. It's like I haven't had to buy a bottle in like ever.
Lucky.
It's been a good 2 years. So I mean, mom buys them from her, but like obviously at a cheaper rate. But so I always have like the little bitty bottles that look like I have nothing. But as it's weird. Like, okay, you grow up, you know you're different. Things hit you different. You're an introvert, even if you're an extrovert. Like, there's always that time in your life or that point in your life where you're just like, I am not like everybody else. I don't understand the social cues. I don't like the same things most people my age and everything like, and all that. And so at first I thought it was just like me being goth. Like, obviously I'm different. I was raised, Southern Baptist country. Like, obviously I'm going to be different. But then, like, since the invention of TikTok, I have come to understand that I already knew I was like on the very high end or maybe just off the edge of the autistic spectrum because I'm very OCD about certain things. I have the number OCD thing and things like that. But I'm coming to learn there's a thing called neurodivergence. And I just thought that was something somebody came up with the name with from like the Divergent movie or whatever. And it's crazy because the more I learn about it and like the people get on TikTok and be like, you know why you're weird? If this, and this is you, that's because you're neurodivergent. Like, this is not normal. Normal people don't think like this. Like, I always just attributed it to being an author, like sleep, working at night and murder mysteries as our nighttime stories, watching on TV so we can go to bed. But it's just,
well, here's the thing.
thing.
It is an author thing because most a high number of authors are neurodivergent.
Yeah. But I did not know that had a name. I was just like, I'm a pluviophile, a nuviophile. Like, I love night, I love rain, things like that. But like, it's amazing. Like, I never knew this thing existed until I'm on TikTok. So then I'm like, I got a migraine one day, and I was completely out of medicine at work. I didn't realize it, and I just switched my bags, and so I didn't have any migraine medicine in my purse. This is crazy. My head hurts so bad, and so my mom bought me the earbuds, the what do you call them, Apple thingies, um, and bought them for me for Christmas, but she bought them for me early. And I was like, I put those in my head, and it's like ways to get rid of a migraine. I always look at like the bilateral music and stuff like that. Sometimes it helps, but only if I have like a regular headache. Came across this band called Nova on TikTok, and then like I just typed in like ADHD music and stuff like that, and like found this whole world of music that gets rid of my headache without ever needing Tylenol or without ever needing any type of medicine. I was like, oh, I like this. I like this thing. There's only one problem though. You have to listen on your phone or with headphones, because I tried to put it in my car, and my black one in Roxy, it's got enough bass that you can tell the back and forth, and I'm okay. But right now, Roxy needs a new battery. So Roxy is on the other side of the street. So I'm in Kiro's car, and it don't do it very well. I'm just like, this sounds weird. It sounds like they're singing through a tunnel. I can't hear the back and forth. So, I don't know. We're going to get coffee. There's the caffeine. And it's got chocolate French vanilla in it. So there's your chocolate. And I went outside and grabbed my sunglasses so I can darken it up in here. Now I'll try to take a nap. We're going to do the trifecta and see what works. But it like, I grew up, my mom's like, you're not different, you're just unique. And I'm like, I just kind of use that as like a moniker. I'm not, But it's crazy. Like, I feel like I've self-diagnosed myself, and I can't be happier.
Oh, it's very freeing once you are able to look at all these things and say, "Oh, that's there's a name for how I am."
But that's the thing. When you grow up not giving a fuck, because you're going to get picked on because you're the poor white kid in an all black school, or you're the goth kid in an all hip hop, my everything you wear matters school. Like, you're used to getting picked on. You don't give a flying fuck what people think about you. But there's still that little bit of, I guess, even in your subconscious that I haven't realized. It's like, what's wrong with me? What makes me different? Not that I care, but it'd be nice to know, because, as an author, we research things we like and we care about, we want to know. And just doing that and then going and researching it for like 3 days straight, it's like, holy hell, that's why. Like, I remember when I heard like 5-10 years ago that being OCD was partially on the autistic spectrum, but yet my sister is on the autistic spectrum, and like, she does not care. And like,
Well, it's not like a straight line.
No, I know, but I know.
Like,
but like,
part from
did you know neurodivergents are better at multitasking because we can focus on two things fully in our brain versus
certain some of us are and some of us aren't. I am not.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's all different, but like, I never understood why they always said like, with multitasking it's never good to do because you're not really focusing on two things and you're getting less done. But for me, I would always get more done, and I never understood that. Because like with music, neurodivergent people, most of them can like hear two songs at one time. When you hear those mashups and it's two complete songs, not two meshed together, but two complete songs overlaid. That if you are neurodivergent and you can multitask, that's why you can hear two songs completely, because you can separate two things in your head and it uses both sides of your brain versus focusing on two things with like a little bit of each side of your brain.
Because my auditory processing disorder is classified as a neurodivergence, and I cannot do that.
Right, but because you have the auditory issue, is the reason you cannot. So people that don't, it's a little bit easier for them.
Because for me, my hearing is fine. It's the part in my brain that processes what sounds, well, basically what separates what sounds are what.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like, no, two people talking at once is mud. I don't understand anyone.
Yeah. Well, like it was just weird because like the first thing I saw was um I forget the name of the girl on TikTok, but she has synesthesia. So she was talking about like how she sees the colors and stuff when music plays. And I can sort of see, I don't see colors, I see shapes. But I was like, okay, so like there is things like that, like your brain does is really weird. And then just kind of went into a rabbit hole. And yeah, I mean, like, kind of like CB saying with choreography, like I can listen to a song and I do that too. But I just thought that was just my overactive imagination, you know, like no big deal. But yeah, it's amazing what you learn like randomly. And you're like, holy crap, I might be normal in a small world of abnormals. I feel weird.
Yeah, it's funny because I was watching these reactors for a while, and they would they would watch these shows that have scores, composition scores for the background music, and they're like,
Mm,
"Oh, I picked out this theme and this theme. Oh, did you hear this theme?" And I'm like, "No, no, I
yeah,
didn't. I heard background music. It was nice. It flowed well, but I couldn't pick out any one bit from it."
yeah, and
Right, Terry?
that's just because you have the auditory stuff. So
Hmm.
why, Gary?
But I have.
Um.
It's really easy to explain auditory processing disorder to people who use StreamYard,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they have multiple people on with them, because when multiple people talk in StreamYard, it muffles the sound anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like that is what I hear.
Do we know by chance if Jules is streaming?
I do not know.
I usually about this time see the thumbnail, but I'm not seeing it. If somebody sees it or knows, if you want to post the link, because I'm not seeing it. Normally I do, but I don't know why it's not popping up. Yeah, Megan, post the link to Jules stream real quick, so everybody has it if you don't mind, because I can't. I could search it, but then it's gonna pop up and start
Oh,
talking.
CB put it up.
Thank you, appreciate it. Don't have it on mute, so all right. Well, we will go ahead and go. Like I said, the all of January, I probably will not be twitching. I will if I can, but with Kira's schedule, I'm not committing to anything in January on Twitch. But I still will be here. Kat's birthday and my birthday stream next Sunday. Um, and then we'll stream on Sundays until the first Sunday in February. That one I'll have to take off, but I should be back the next weekend. Um, so yeah, you got anything going on this week?
Aside from my family's Christmas on Saturday and um, the birthday stream on Sunday,
Okay, so no like BTM or anything like that going on.
that has been over for a while.
Well, I don't know what the new one you started is called, so
Oh, I'm on. It's not on my channel. It's on Sako's channel, and it is, as luck would have it. And
Okay.
that's a game I play in. Although I did host the Halloween special episode, and that premiered, and I listened to it, and it's still funny as shit.
All right. So when is Sako usually have those?
She premieres them on Thursdays usually. We're
Okay.
having a live. I think it's a Thursday mid to late January on her channel where it's basically a hype stream for it. So those of us who can make it will be live with her.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we will see that, and otherwise we will see you here next Sunday with Kat and us. It's birthdays.
Woot.
Bye, guys. Bye.